Body language often conveys more than spoken words, particularly in matters of attraction. A woman's body can express her feelings long before she verbalizes them. This is where Stoicism can be beneficial. It encourages you to be observant, mindful and aware, allowing you to notice the subtle, unspoken signals that many men miss. In the realm of attraction, non-verbal cues frequently represent the most genuine form of communication. So, what should you observe? Begin with proximity. Does she gently breach the invisible line of personal space? Does she lean in closer during your conversation? Does she mimic your movements, instinctively aligning with you? Does she position her body toward you, indicating her interest? These actions are not coincidental. They signify her attempt to foster intimacy without uttering a word. Additionally, she may twirl her hair while keeping eye contact or lightly touch her face, neck, or lips. These are subconscious indicators of her nervous excitement. Her legs are crossed and directed toward you, a subtle yet significant indication. A Stoic man doesn't overanalyze these cues, and he certainly doesn't act on impulse. This is where many men falter. They either overlook the signals completely or rush to take advantage of them too quickly. But the Stoic man? He sees and acknowledges them, allowing the moment to develop organically. Real-life example. You're engaged in a deep conversation. She's toying with her hair while keeping eye contact. Or perhaps she's leaning in slightly, her body angled toward you. These are unmistakable signs of attraction, but what truly matters is your response. A Stoic man stays calm, composed, and self-assured. He doesn't become flustered or pursue aggressively. Instead, he allows the tension to build. And that patience, it's what makes him irresistible. How often have you overlooked or misinterpreted these subtle hints? Because attraction isn't always overt. Sometimes it's a quiet whisper. Let's explore a clear yet often overlooked signal: prolonged eye contact. Eye contact serves as a potent form of non-verbal communication. A single look can convey emotions that words cannot express. However, when that gaze lingers just a bit longer than usual, it's intentional. Consider this: when someone shows casual interest, they typically glance at you and quickly look away. In contrast, if a woman maintains her gaze, steady and perhaps accompanied by a subtle smile, she is communicating something significant. This goes beyond mere politeness. Now, before jumping to any conclusions, this is where Stoicism plays a role. A Stoic individual doesn't react impulsively. Instead, he observes and stays present, attuned to the nuances of interaction. Imagine you're engaged in conversation, and she locks eyes with you without breaking away. She's inviting you into her space, indicating a deeper attraction. In such moments, many men tend to overthink or act hastily, but the Stoic man? He remains composed. He allows the moment to unfold naturally, holding her gaze with quiet assurance, acknowledging the signal without rushing to respond. You're not pursuing. You're allowing her to approach you. This calm and grounded demeanor, the ability to recognize attraction without overreacting, distinguishes a man who truly understands the moment from one who fumbles through it. Now reflect on this. How often has a woman maintained eye contact with you, only for you to dismiss it as insignificant? Consider the possibility that you might be overlooking something meaningful. Let's discuss touch, one of the most telling yet often misinterpreted forms of attraction. A single touch can convey more than words ever could. The crucial aspect here is intention. When a woman touches you intentionally, be it a gentle brush on your arm, a hand resting on your knee, or even a seemingly accidental touch that lingers, it's not by chance. She's exploring the connection, assessing your reaction, and checking for a silent bond. This is where Stoicism gives you an edge. A Stoic man doesn't merely experience a moment, he observes it. He picks up on the subtle cues that many men miss. Consider this. Does her touch last just a moment longer than necessary? Does she find discreet ways to make contact, adjusting your sleeve, touching your shoulder while making a point? Does she playfully tap your arm while laughing, allowing her hand to rest there for just a heartbeat too long? These actions aren't random. They're indicators of attraction. What distinguishes the Stoic man from the average one is his response. He remains unflustered. He doesn't overreact. Imagine this. You're at a table, engaged in conversation. She laughs, lightly touches your arm, and lets her hand linger for a brief moment. That's intentional. The average man might react impulsively, either overthinking the moment or responding with excessive enthusiasm. The Stoic man? He stays calm. He acknowledges the signal without letting it disturb his composure. His confidence isn't reliant on outside approval. That's what makes him captivating. The more composed you are, the more she is drawn to you. So reflect on this. How often has a woman touched you in a way that felt unique? Did you take notice? Or did you brush it off as insignificant? If you weren't attentive, you might have overlooked something meaningful. One of the clearest signs that a woman is interested in more than just casual interaction. She seeks you out for private conversations. It doesn't matter if you're in a crowded room or chatting over text. If she's making an effort to get you alone, that's not random, it's intentional. Think about it. She suggests stepping outside for some fresh air. She texts you late at night when no one else is around. She finds excuses to break away from the group with you. These aren't coincidences. She's creating moments where it's just the two of you, and she's watching, seeing how you respond. This is where Stoicism gives you the upper hand. A Stoic man isn't reactive. He doesn't jump to conclusions or force an outcome. He simply observes, fully aware of the moment, yet never losing his composure. Because when a woman seeks out these private moments, she's revealing something important. She's showing vulnerability. She's signaling a desire for a deeper, more personal connection. And your job, not to chase, not to overanalyze, just to remain grounded. Imagine you're at a party. The music's loud, conversations are chaotic. Then she turns to you and suggests stepping outside for some fresh air. In that moment, she's creating a space just for the two of you. It's not just about escaping the noise. It's about seeing if you're attuned to the moment, if you understand what she's really saying without needing to be told. The average man rushes it, misreads the situation, applies pressure, or gets flustered. But the Stoic man? He lets the moment unfold naturally. He stays calm, composed, and in control. And that quiet confidence? That's what makes him magnetic. Ask yourself, have you ever had someone go out of their way to talk to you privately, but dismissed it as nothing? What if that was her way of signaling interest? And what if, in that moment, you missed exactly what she was trying to say? Compliments are one of the clearest forms of attraction. But when a woman frequently compliments you, it's more than just casual flattery. It's a signal. She's paying close attention to how you look, how you carry yourself, and the energy you bring into a room. And that often means she's drawn to you both physically and emotionally. This is where Stoicism becomes your edge. A Stoic man doesn't let compliments inflate his ego, but he also doesn't dismiss them as meaningless. He acknowledges them for what they are, indications of deeper interest. Because when a woman compliments you, you always dress so well. You smell amazing. There's something about the way you carry yourself. She's not just noticing your appearance, she's responding to your presence. She's drawn to your confidence, your energy, and the way you make her feel when she's around you. Here's where most men go wrong. They either get too excited and seek more validation, or they downplay the compliment entirely, acting as if it means nothing. But the Stoic man, he does neither. Real life scenario. She looks at you and says, "You always look so put together." Or she leans in and says, "You smell amazing." The average guy, he either grins too much, awkwardly deflects it, or tries to fish for more compliments. The Stoic man, he simply acknowledges it calmly without seeking more. He might smile slightly, say a simple thank you, and move on. And that quiet confidence? That's exactly what makes him even more attractive. Ask yourself, how do you usually react when a woman compliments you? Do you downplay it? Do you overreact? Or do you simply let it be what it is, without letting it define you? Because how you handle a compliment says just as much about you as the compliment itself. The most direct sign that a woman is interested in a deeper, more intimate connection. She starts bringing up sexual topics. And make no mistake, this doesn't happen by accident. Women are often far more subtle than men when expressing desire. When she introduces suggestive comments or teases certain topics, she's not just making conversation. She's testing the waters. She wants to see how you handle it. This is where Stoicism becomes your greatest strength. A Stoic man doesn't jump at the opportunity. He doesn't get flustered, overly eager, or try to force the moment. Instead, he stays grounded. He listens, he observes, and he responds with composure. Because here's the truth. When a woman brings up sexual topics, she's not just making a statement. She's watching, she's evaluating. Can you handle the conversation with confidence and poise? Or will you overreact and break the tension too soon? Example scenario. Maybe she makes a playful comment about a steamy scene in a movie. Or she teases you about something flirtatious. This isn't random. She's probing. She's looking to see if you can match her energy, if you can engage without losing control of yourself. And this is where most men fail. The average guy gets either too reactive, rushing the conversation into something overly explicit, or too nervous, downplaying or avoiding it entirely. But the Stoic man, he remains calm, collected, and in control. He engages, but he never chases. And that ability to stay unshaken in the presence of desire makes him infinitely more attractive. Stoicism teaches us one powerful truth. We can't control the actions of others, but we can always control how we respond to them. And when it comes to attraction, that's self-mastery. It makes all the difference. Recognizing these 6 signs isn't just about attraction. It's about understanding human behavior on a deeper level. It's about seeing beyond the surface without jumping to conclusions or acting impulsively. Because when a woman consistently shows these signals, she's not just making small talk, she's inviting you into something more. But as a Stoic man, you don't chase. You remain patient, calm, and composed. You let the connection build naturally, without force or urgency. Because true confidence isn't about rushing the moment. It's about trusting that everything will unfold as it should. If you found value in this breakdown of Stoicism and attraction, make sure to hit that like button to let us know you're enjoying the content. Subscribe for more insights on mastering your mindset and relationships. Tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.